Hey guys, Chamber Productions here, coming back at you with another video review, and in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Commander Class MOTORMASTER. So starting this review off by taking a quick look at the packaging here, we can see we got a beautiful illustration of MOTORMASTER in his truck mode, and then we've got all the other Stunticons scattered throughout the whole box picture here. We got Breakdown up here, we got Dead End, we got Wild Rider, and we got Drag Strip. So honestly, really cool looking artwork there. On the top, we got a picture of MOTORMASTER, and then we got a Legacy logo. On the side of the box, we got an artwork illustration of some of the different Decepticons, and we got a Legacy logo there. On the other side of the box, we got a beautiful illustration of a Minosaur that honestly looks so cool. Minosaur definitely is going to be really, really cool. And then on the back of the box, we got all of your product shots and whatnot. We got a picture of Minosaur here. We got MOTORMASTER, his truck mode, the base mode, all that good stuff. It kind of gives you some details on how to combine Minosaur and whatnot and showing you how that works. But that's it for the packaging. MOTORMASTER does come with some accessories. I'll cover that later because the weapons and whatnot are stored within his truck mode. And he does come with his instruction manual, which has been done really nicely. Really easy to read, really easy to follow. So there you have that. And here we have the king of the road himself, MOTORMASTER, and honestly this figure is absolutely fantastic. Now I am going to go ahead and give a quick disclaimer. I am not covering Minosaur in this video. Yes, the trailer does detach from the cab and this does form the main body of Minosaur, but I'm not going to be covering that today. I will be doing a full combination video for Minosaur, so when that comes, that's when I will reveal Minosaur. But as of right now, I'm covering the trailer, which can also convert into a battle platform, and I'm covering MOTORMASTER. So, truck mode here looks absolutely fantastic, and it's just fantastic on multiple different levels as well. I will get into why I think it's good, not only in the looks department, but also I think it's really, really good in the scale department as well with other figures, but I'll get into that when I get to the size comparisons. The truck mode here, I'm going to go ahead and bring a closer look so we can get a look at the details here. We can see we got a nice purple Decepticon insignia right there, the purple windshields and everything. You even got the windshield wipers picked out there. You can see the silver grille and the bumper and everything. We got some nice headlight details picked out as well. We can come around here to the side. We see we got a purple gas tank here. And as we move down to the trailer, we can see we got a nice little purple stripe painted on here. And then we got a purple Decepticon insignia. And as we come around to the back here, we got all sorts of trailer details molded in. We got like the trailer door hinges molded in. We got some taillights molded in as well. So honestly, the truck mode looks absolutely fantastic. Now, as I just mentioned, yes, you can remove the trailer from the cab of the truck, and cool thing is it has a little stand that folds out. You just pull this out and you can have the trailer off to the side and you can have MOTORMASTER doing his own thing. It's good for storage if you want to have it just displayed on its own, but like if you're leaving this displayed in vehicle mode, obviously you're going to want to have the whole get up here going on, because this thing honestly looks fantastic, which now brings me to scale. So for size comparisons, let's bring in the Legacy Deluxe Class Drag Strip figure. This was the first Stunticon that was announced and the first one that we got for the whole Stunticon team. And this is where the scale really works for me. A semi-truck and trailer would absolutely dwarf a race car. And that's why I like the scale here so much. Because here's the cool thing, okay? So let's bring in another semi-truck that we've gotten out of the War for Cybertron trilogy. Let's see. We have Earthrise, Leader Class, Optimus Prime. We can see here that the truck mode of MOTORMASTER is taller and overall bigger than Optimus Prime, thus making it scale better with the Stunticons. Because if I take MOTORMASTER out of the picture here, let's say MOTORMASTER theoretically was the same size of Optimus Prime, it would still work, but not as well. Just the sheer size of MOTORMASTER being like bumped up just a little bit for truck mode makes it scale that much better with the rest of the Stunticons. And I love the scale here. I honestly do. Like, I don't normally pay much attention to scale, but this really caught my attention. A very, very well thought out detail for MOTORMASTER. And honestly, this is how he should be sized, because he is the leader of the group and he's a semi-truck. So, like, the scale honestly works really, really well here, and I'm excited to get the rest of the Sundicons in this picture. Now, since the trailer is on a 5mm port, you can get MotorMaster turning with the trailer and everything, which is quite a cool detail. So, I mean, you do get a good range of motion out of the trailer. I mean, you can literally get MotorMaster jackknifing the semi-truck mode if you want to.
I can't stop!
Okay, so now that I'm done rambling about the truck mode, let's go ahead and get into the transformation. So to start off with, we're going to go ahead and remove the trailer. So just take that off the main body of the truck, and we can move into the transformation. So for the transformation here, it's honestly quite a simple but quite genius transformation. So to start off with, we're going to take these sections here, and we're going to move them forward just like so. Untab these sections from the top, they just kind of peg into these little holes, and we can move them out just like so. We take these panels right here with the Decepticon insignia, we untab them from both sides, which will then allow us to split the front of the truck like so. Then what we can do is take these sections here, push them forward, and then tab them into this little peg hole right here. So do that on both sides like so, and we can go ahead and take this whole assembly here and straighten it out to go ahead and get it ready to form the legs, just like so. What we're then going to do is take the wheels here and fold them up underneath the front of the truck. And then what we're going to do is take this section here, push it out, rotate it around, and fold it back in to form the foot of MotorMaster. And then what we can do is take this panel here, fold it up, and then tuck that in just like so. Take this panel here, push it in, pull it to the side, hinge it down, and tab it into the side of the leg. And there you have one leg for MotorMaster ready to rock and roll. So what we're going to do, take this section here, fold it around, push it back in, take this panel, fold it up, push it in, tab this panel in, and then collapse it to the side of the leg. Then what we're going to do is straighten out the robot mode legs, just like so. Kind of get them situated a little bit. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to take these two sections, tab them, and then bring them out to the side like so. We're going to go ahead and peg those into place just like that. We can then take this whole section here, push it around to his back like so. There's a little peg hole and a little peg right here, and that will all just tab into place. And all we got to do, open up the bottom of the forearm and then bring out the fist just like so. So bring his arms and his fists out, and here we have MotorMaster in his robot mode. So now all you gotta do, straighten him out, make him look cool, and here we have the king of the road. And here we have a MotorMaster, and honestly this robot mode looks absolutely fantastic. This is absolutely incredible. Just bring the figure around for a full 360 view. We can see all the nice little details and everything that's been sculpted in to the figure and whatnot. It looks absolutely fantastic. The robot mode looks incredible, and it cleans up fairly nicely as well. There's not a whole lot of kibble that's not meant to be there on the figure. So overall, the robot mode looks incredible, but straightening the figure out so we can go ahead and take a closer look at the details here. We can see we got the truck mode feet. Obviously that is a faux forming part, but I'm fine with it. It looks really, really good. And like another cool detail of the feet is that we can see here on the side, they actually molded in the semi-truck wheels here for the foot as well, just to make it look like a little miniature version of the cab, which I greatly appreciate. You do have these panels here on the side, which they're not bad. They look fine. And you got the nice purple details molded there at the knees of the figure. And we can see some nice little thigh details. And his arms have been painted really nicely. It has been painted white, so it's like casted in black and painted white as far as I'm able to understand. So there is that, and it goes for the whole arm as well. But they've been painted nicely, and you got a nice little purple Decepticon insignia right here as well. The head sculpt is fantastic. Like, this is a flawless head sculpt. It looks like MotorMaster through and through. The facial expression and everything else just looks absolutely incredible. And the eyes have been painted and everything else. It's got a nice purple metallic for the face paint. Just honestly, really, really well done. Bringing the figure around to the back side, we can see that the back of the truck sits on the back in a very unique fashion. I definitely do like how it makes kind of this cool looking backpack section. It doesn't stick off the back far enough to make it like a ugly looking backpack. It looks like a cohesive part of the figure, which is really, really cool. So I really do appreciate that as well. So honestly, the robot mode for MotorMaster is incredible. Now that we've taken a quick look at MotorMaster, let's set him off to the side for right now and bring the trailer back into view. And we're going to go ahead and transform it into the battle platform mode. So in order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to separate this half of the trailer from this half of the trailer, just like so. That will reveal a sword that either MotorMaster or Ministor could use. And honestly, the detail on it is pretty nice. It's a pretty good looking sword. It's done all black, and it's made of a nice little plastic, and it warped on my copy, which I have no idea how a plastic sword like that warps. I've never seen that before, and none of my figures I've ever seen that happen with. Anyway, we're going to take this section here and we're going to fold it up like so, and we're going to untab these panels like so from the rest of the body here. And we're going to take these pieces, and this is what we're going to work with first. So we're going to set that off to the side. Take this section here, we're going to fold it down just like so, and it has a series of tabs and pegs that will all come together to make this kind of like tower piece, like so. And we can set that off to the side. Then we're going to come and look at this piece. What we're going to do, straighten these sections here out, like so. And we're going to flip this around just like so. And then we're going to set that off to the side. We're going to focus on the rest of the trailer here. So what we're going to do, take the top half, separate it from the bottom half. We set that down. And then we're going to take a look at this section. We're going to separate these pieces like so. And then we have a main section here. If we fold the barrels out on this, it folds out and makes this like artillery cannon, which is quite cool. Set that off to the side. Then we can take a look at these pieces. These panels here will fold out and fold that section out. And then we can fold this panel up like so. And we get a section there. And we do that same process with the other piece like so, and we can set these sections here off to the side. We can now take the last section here of the trailer and split it into a couple more pieces and make these L-shaped pieces with them like so. So kind of fold these down and they'll form these L-shaped like bracket parts, and then we can start assembling the battle platform. So we're going to start off with our base here. We're going to fold this up just like so. And we're going to take these sections here, and there are tab holes on the underside of this section here. So a tab hole here and a tab hole there. We're going to tab these pegs right here into those tab holes like so. Go ahead and line that up and put it in place just like that. And we can go ahead and lay this down so we have the foundation for our battle station. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take these sections. There's a peg right here, and we're going to peg it into the peg holes right here. So we're going to tab these in just like so on both sides. Make sure I have enough room to do it. And there we have a majority of the station ready to rock and roll. Then what we're going to do is take these two pegs right here and here, and there are two peg holes. I'm going to try to zoom in so y'all can get a look at them, because this does not really stay up without falling apart. I can't really pick it up. Peg hole right here and a peg hole right there. And we're going to just tab that whole section into place like so, using the pegs I just showed you. So line that up, and there we have that. Then all there's left to do is take the artillery cannon here, fold out these handles from the side, and take this port and plug it in to this peg right here. So then just line that up, put it into place, and we have the battle station ready to rock and roll. And the battle station's a unique concept. I get what Hasbro's going with here. It looks like a battle station of some form. I mean, it's not great or anything, but if you want to have the Stunticons displayed in their robot mode and you don't want to just take the trailer and throw it off to the side or whatever, you at least have an option to display the trailer with the rest of the group, which I appreciate. You can have MotorMaster sitting at the turret, which I think is a neat detail. You just kind of get the figure and you plug the hands onto the little handles, and he can hold on to the turret, which is a neat little detail. Get them kind of secured and situated here. This purple section right here, you can kind of do whatever you want with, because it's on a hinge, which allows you to move this section up, which I think is kind of a cool little detail, because it's like face protection. It, you know, if you get shot at, the round will hit
and skim off, thus protecting him. But, you know, it's a little option as a little battle platform. And I mean, it looks good for the most part. I get what Hasbro's going with here. So overall, the battle platform's pretty cool.
Now that we got MOTORMASTER back front and center again, let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation. Head is on a 360 swivel, no ball joint, so there is no up or down movement, which is kind of unfortunate. But other than that, I have no issues with the articulation. Outward movement at the arms, full 360, bicep swivel, elbow bend, 360 wrist swivel. As we move down to the lower torso, 360 waist swivel. The legs have free movement. They can kick out on a ratchet joint. You got forward movement at the legs. That is also ratcheted. And then backwards movement as well. You have a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, which creates for just free movement in general. And then you do have ankle tilt that is pretty extreme. So articulation for MOTORMASTER is really on point. The only thing I wish he had was a upward movement joint at the head, or like a ball joint, so he can look up just a little bit. But other than that, the articulation's fantastic. Now for the size comparisons. Here we have Legacy Deluxe Class Drag Strip. Again, the scale between him and the Stunticons is just so well planned and so well thought out. They look great side by side. Here we have Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime, aka the Voyager Class Optimus Prime mold. And here we have Studio Series 86 Leader Class Grimlock. Obviously, he is a good bit taller than MOTORMASTER. So, there you have size comparisons. So, overall, what are my official thoughts and opinions about Legacy MOTORMASTER? Honestly, this thing is absolutely fantastic. It's a bit pricey, obviously, sitting at the Commander Class price point. But what this thing brings to the table is definitely money's well spent. But honestly, the articulation and everything for the figure is really good. The transformation is really cool as well. Like, it does some cool stuff for the transformation and whatnot. And the overall look of the robot mode and the truck mode is just absolutely phenomenal. Like, both modes look great. So, that's all for this review. I hope you all enjoyed. If so, be sure to leave a like, comment what you think of MOTORMASTER in the comments section below, and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video from my channel. That's all for me. Champion Productions, signing off.